Hello and welcome to this week's guided reading with me, Becca Handley, for the 13th of September through to the 19th of September 2021. So we are still riding on this new moon energy, the Virgo new moon. As I mentioned in my last video, it's a good time to get things sorted, to bring some structure into your life, particularly if you've had a summer, which can often be a little bit more sort of undone and loose, which is lovely in itself, but sometimes we do need structure, and this is a good time to kind of bring that structure in. There's nice energies to do with love. Venus came into the planet Venus, made an aspect on the 10th of September, so nice kind of romantic energies. The only thing to say astrologically this week is that I think it's on the 14th, Mars enters Libra, which is a kind of quite a fire. Mars is quite a fiery energy, and Libra's quite sort of floaty and sort of gentle and balanced. So it might be there's a little bit of, it might make you a bit floaty around that time, or you might find yourself being a bit passive aggressive. So just be mindful of your communication on that day. We've got a Mercury retrograde coming up later in the month, which I'll talk about nearer the time. But yeah, communication is kind of important at the moment. I've been listening to some lovely podcasts this morning. Bracha Goldsmith, who's a wonderful astrologer, I can thoroughly recommend her. She was talking about need for forgiveness, and she said Virgo can bring quite a judgmental energy, so just watch if you're finding that you've been a bit more judgmental recently, and I know I have, and I was thinking, what is going on with me? Apparently Virgo energy can make us kind of a bit more judgmental of others and ourselves, so just be mindful. If your head's going down that path, just maybe be interested in what's kind of coming up for you, and those judgments might be something you need to look at, or might just be something that you need to maybe reset your thoughts, because judgment's quite a heavy energy for yourself, for those around you. People feel it, the vibes, so try and be gentle and loving in your thoughts where you can. You don't have to be a complete angel, but it's just nice to have that awareness of when our thoughts are kind of going down a slightly darker route. Okay, I am using the Be the Change cards here, these beautiful little cards given to me by my divine friend Lizzie Gibbons, who runs a wonderful yoga centre up in Framlingham called Map Space. Check it out if you're ever up that way. Oh, I've dropped the cards already. As always, 3-card reading. I'm going to spread them out in front of me, and we'll have a card for Monday, Tuesday, a card for Wednesday, Thursday going into Friday, and a card for the latter part of Friday going into the weekend. Right, let's see what wants to come out for us this week. So they're slightly different to the cards I normally use. They're little one words with a little affirmation. So I'm going to hold it up here, and I'll also take a picture of them and include that on my social media. Stillness. It's a good one. I mean, it's a crazy old world out there at the moment. There seems to be so much, always change. I mean, that's part of life, but obviously we've been through huge amounts of change, most of us, and there is more change to come. So I think more than ever, it's a really powerful tool for us to take some time to be still, to zone out the noise, to zone out the news, other people's opinions, and just take some time to be quiet. I just sat this morning and listened to the birds sing in my garden, which was really lovely. To be back to being a kid and living out in the countryside, and just kind of calmed my system. So the affirmation for this card is, in the midst of chaos, I focus on my breath to cultivate inner calm and realign my body, mind and spirit. So it's just taking those moments. I mean, another thing that Bracha Goldsmith was talking about is simplifying our lives at the moment, and just trying to get rid of things that distract us too much, or just clutter our minds, clutter our homes. And I know that my phone is my downfall with kind of focus. That's one thing I'm working with at the moment, is not to kind of keep checking my phone, or to to really listen to something without then just going off, and to let things absorb. So stillness, taking some time just to be still, maybe some meditation if that's something you're open to, maybe even starting a bit of meditation. And meditation is really quite a simple practice. It's just sitting and maybe listening, counting your breath. It doesn't have to be clearing your mind of thoughts. That's a maybe way down the line, or if you're a monk that's got no other distractions other than maybe a fly buzzing around you. We don't have to clear our minds. That's not what it's about. It's about being in the moment, and one of the most powerful things we can do to access the moment is to notice our breath and the effect it's having on our bodies. I'm going to do my little boy started nursery, so I've got a bit more time now, and I'm going to do some meditation videos coming up, so keep an eye out for those. But in the meantime, there's loads of great videos on YouTube. great apps. I know Headspace, a lot of people are a fan of that. Insight Timer is another one. So yeah, stillness. Take some time just to come back to yourself. Center. I think being centered at the moment is so important because the energies are strong. And if you're a sensitive person, an empath, I think a lot of people who watch my videos are, you know, we can really absorb other people's energies. So just taking time to come back to you, excuse me, and clearing your own energy, clearing your chest. Excusez-moi. I'll move on to the next one, I think, before I lose my voice. Okay, so we've got a card for the middle of the week. Oh, nice. Confidence. There we go. We could all do with a bit of confidence. By aligning my belief system with my truth, self-doubt dissipates. So I think this message is a really lovely piece of guidance about believing in ourselves. And again, it kind of ties in nicely to that stillness. The more we create space for stillness and peace in our life, the more we can hear our inner voice and the inner guidance. And if you're open to it, you know, guidance from your spirit guides, your angels, which I definitely believe in, that we all have, but that might be maybe a bit far on the spectrum for you. But you have an inner guidance, you have an inner compass, whether it's your heart or your gut feeling, or your higher self. So the more we can sort of trust those calm, wise words within, the more we are going to feel confident about ourselves, about the decisions we make, and about the way forward. Because self-doubt, I mean, it's part of being human, but if we let it rule our lives, it can really cripple us and stop us from moving forward. And the universe is here to help you move forward into the arenas that really where you're going to shine. So this is a lovely card. Aligning my belief system with my truth, self-doubt dissipates. There we go. And then we have our last card for the last part of Friday going into the weekend. Oh, they're taking me to the start. Got so many delivery vans in our road today, so excuse me if that, I probably should have shut the window rather. We'll just let him drive past. It's like about the 10th van I've seen this morning. This is a nice one. Appreciation. I am thankful that in any given moment I can find wonder and be awed by the gifts that life has to offer. Gratitude. It's a beautiful practice, and obviously living in a state of gratitude is quite a tall order, particularly if you've got a lot of stuff going on in your mouth. A lot of stuff going on in your mouth. I do not know what that means. I'll try that again. A lot of stuff going on in your life. But just taking a moment here and there throughout your day just to notice your surroundings, notice the beauty in the world. I was looking at my beautiful gardenias, I think that's how you call them. They're called African daisies as well. These beautiful flowers that just keep coming. I've got a pot of them and they just keep popping up, and I'll deadhead them and then there'll be more. And they're most abundant flowers. And today, at the end of a slightly frazzled week of my little boy starting nursery, they just gave me a real moment of joy and sort of simplicity. So just taking a moment to try and find that wonder. You know, if you are around children, they find wonder all the time, and you know, little things give them a great deal of excitement. So I guess it's another message of just trying to bring some wonder back into your life and notice the many gifts that are always all around us, and the big gifts that might be coming your way as well. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Take care, and hope to see you next week. Bye bye.